quick. I want to show you how to survive the Slaughter dungeons, the 3 of them, the Cistern of Slaughter, the Slaughter Shaft, and the Slaughterstar 3000. You can do them all solo with some care and a little bit of patience. So I'm going to show you 3 spots that I use to hide, to protect myself as best I can, because anybody who's done these knows that the enemies are tough, and they will slow you down and drain your shields as quickly as possible to end your life. So don't let them do that. Just follow where I'm going to show you to go. We'll start with the Slaughterstar 3000 because that's where I was when I lost power. So we'll go through this one first. I think this one is the toughest of the 3 because it's all Malawan, and you get those Robotech type guys. You get the Nogs, the NOGs, however you pronounce it. You get the Dash Commandos, you get the Jetpack Commandos. This is not a place to be out in the open because you will get picked off pretty quickly. So I'm going to show you where to go, where you can best protect yourself for longevity in the rounds. They get crazier as they go on, obviously, so just be cautious of that. You will always want to refill your ammo. I'm already refilled, but you always want to refill your ammo at the end. At the beginning of every round. Coming back in here at the end of the rounds will not affect your progress.
Oh, Thor got in touch with me. He wanted me to tell you. Oh, gosh, I can't read this aloud. He says, go mess up those Malawan, jerks. Yeah. Which slaughter is this again? Whatever. Go fuck it up!
Tom Selleck with the mustache. Buff Tom Selleck with the mustache is Tor. So this is where you start. Make sure your team is with you if you have a team, because otherwise you cannot start this. They all have to be adjacent to you, okay, on this platform. So start this, and this is where we're going to go. This is going to be our hiding space for Slaughterstar 3000. That's Lucian's Call, that gun. It's my favorite gun. And this is where you're going to hide, in this container, okay? In this corner. Right back here, okay? That's where you're going to hide. Now, here comes the commandos. You're going to have to use your skill set to best protect yourself. Okay? As a Siren, I like to do some crowd control, get them up in the air. And then, since my skill set is linked, my damage is going to be linked to all of them. So that's how I survive. But you got to survive how you survive, more or less, right? Just be aware that the commandos will come at you. The heavies, which there will be a lot of, they tend to stay over by that purple ship right there. But they will come over here if you piss them off. So it's just be aware that you're not completely safe over here. A barrel appears here. Sometimes shock damage. So if you're out here sniping, it's a great place to snipe over here because you have cover. Just be aware of that. The heavies will appear down here, get their attention. They'll come up the stairs over there, over there, and then they'll sit over here and just try to pick you up. Okay? So you want to take care of them when you can. But this is your hiding spot in here. This is where you come to regen. You come to get your shields back. You come to just basically hide. Okay. What I do is I can come out here, use this for cover, and typically they'll line up right here, over here, or over on this platform. So just use cover as best you can, and just take them out, one by one. Now, obviously, I'm getting when you get critical damage, critical hits with the Lucian's Call, the ricochets bullets, those bullets can hit you. So, you know, it's best to keep strafing like this. When you're attacking enemies, it will make sure that because the bullets are going to come back in the to where you're shooting from. So if you move from that location, you're going to be in a better position. Okay? You can snipe over here, or you can just wait. You'll get more commandos that will come at you. Look for barrels. Obviously, use the barrels to your advantage. Okay, there's some fire damage. Let them a little damage over time, right? And just stay in this box. Stay in here as often as you can.
That's what did you in.
Because, especially in Mayhem 2 and 3, these guys are going to have impeccable aim. See, I'm frozen. So if I was out in the open right now, I'd be owned. Because I wouldn't be able to move. I have the hex grenades that can shoot out the mercs. And you can use those on all three of these. It's, in my opinion, the greatest grenade ever made. So you don't have to worry about that damage. You're protected. And just do this over and over and over again, okay? It's going to get crazier as the rounds get deeper. You're going to get those, I can't remember their names, but the Robotech type guys who shoot the volley of missiles up that will just own you if you're out there. You're protected here because you're under a roof and you're within a container. So you don't have to worry about those. You don't have to worry about a lot of things by using this position in here. But don't think that you are impervious, because the AI is aggressive. They use, as you can see, use frost damage to slow you down, and they will come and get you in here if you don't take care of them. At least the human enemies will. The heavies, which are also human, but the heavies, they tend to stick over there, and you can just take them out as you can. Try to use something that has good splash damage or area of effect, because you're going to want to take out as many enemies as you can, and especially when you can do damage over time. Okay, so this is your hiding spot. Again, it's for Slaughterstar 3000, and it's in this corner right here. Okay. At the end, you're going to have a blue robot there, and you're going to have a giant red robot over there. I just use cover, hide from them. You don't want to be anywhere in the open to take them out. They're at the end, so they take a while solo, but just be patient. There's no time on it. Just take them out. Survive Slaughterstar 3000, which I consider to be the hardest one of the three. So we'll go to, which one should we? We'll do Slaughter Shaft next, which I consider the second hardest of them. And that's located, I believe that one's on Pandora. Yeah, the Slaughter Shaft, as you can see, is on Pandora. Okay? So, it's a fast travel zone for me because I found it. And once you find it, if you haven't yet, it'll be fast travel for you. If you haven't found it, it's located in Conrad's Hold, right here. Okay? This is where you enter the zone. So you go up this way. This area right here is outside. There's elevated positions, so you got to watch for snipers. You go into the warehouse here. There are anointed in here. Be aware of them. You can, if you want, if you're fast enough, you can just bypass all these guys and run. Out here is another outside with the bugs. A boss bug that turns into a boss tink. Don't ask me. Borderlands is weird, but in a cool way. This is another inside area, and you take an elevator up to this bridge right here, which has a gap. You jump over this gap, okay? Continue on, and this is the transition to the Slaughter Shaft right here. But since we've already found it, we just go to it right here, okay? Now this one has all human enemies, so there will be a lot of zealots. And zealots, as far as I'm concerned, are your greatest challenge in this one, because they always seem to have heavy weapons. They never reload. They can pick you off from a million miles away. So don't get cocky and think that, oh, it's just a zealot, I'll take him out real quick. It doesn't work like that. I mean, it does for some people, but, and since I'm a siren, I like to do crowd control, and if I bubble these guys, the zealots keep shooting, even within the bubble, so don't think you're safe just because you have them bubbled. The other ones will act accordingly.
Nobody does bullets
but the Zealots don't. So, again, with all of these, you want to refill your ammo at the beginning, okay? And at the end of every round. Coming in here and refilling your ammo is not going to hurt your progression. So just because you come in here at the end of round 1, Tom Selleck is jacked out. So just because you come in here and refill your ammo does not mean that your progression is going to be hurt or restarted, okay? So at the end of round 1, come back in, do that. Like all of these, if you have a team, make sure you're all on this platform or else it won't start, okay? So start it and then run. Because they come at you right quick. There's ladders up here. I tend to use the stairs because the ladders, for, you know, it's probably just my coordination, but I find that it's tough. So here's your hiding spot, okay? You're protected for the most part. You can't come in back here. You're protected, okay? So let me just, it's got to be a zealot. See how he's just firing non-stop? So as a siren, I'm going to come out. Get blown up. Get it in here. Alright. That was close. So if you're ever going to die, don't die back here. Don't start back here. You want to get out there. You want to get out there and do some damage to the weakest guy, because you don't want to have to start crawling out here. See the zealot? He just keeps firing. Okay. Merv grenade. Cash infused brainstormer. There you go. Okay. This is the weapon I'm using for this particular one. Cash infused brainstormer. It chains nearby enemies with shock damage, and since I'm a siren, I'm doing a link damage already. So when I do that combined with this, it's a powerful combination. Throw in a Merv grenade and you're a destroyer. But you can also be destroyed quite easily, so don't get cocky and think that you're impervious back here, because you're not. Okay. And you're gonna wait. See on the minimap, you can see where they are. That lighter blue, where I'm at, that's the platform I'm on. The darker blue is the area below it. Okay. So you just want to keep aware of where the enemies are in relation to you. Come out here, let them come to you. You're gonna have to use whatever skills work best for you. Okay. I'm a siren, so I use what's best for me. See how it's chaining to that guy on the right? It's great. So I prefer to use this one. And you're protected on most sides by the cheap shots that they take, especially the zealots. And up here, on top of this container, is a good sniping spot, because there's a secondary container up, okay? So you have full view and you're in an elevated position, which obviously you want to be at. Okay, so let's see if he comes up in this container here. See, still, they'll hit you wherever you are. So stay up here. Stay back there rather, to protect yourself. I'll get rid of this round. Just show you.
Have some machine salad.
Okay. So you see, if you're out in the open here, you have no chance to survive. Here comes the zealot, right? Picked me off from basically space with a rocket launcher. And they're unlimited. So, in my opinion, the zealots are the ones you really, really have to watch out for here. Okay, let him come to you. My guardian rank is really high also, so I'm doing more damage than you do without your guardian ranks, right? So I'm at 188 now. I maxed out my hunter so that I could have this. And I'm going to work on these two now. This was broken before the patch, so I stopped putting skills into there and maxed out my hunter skill. And if you're interested, this is what I'm using for my siren, my build. I'm heavy on damage and crowd control. I don't really have much melee because I like to fire from a distance. Stillness of mind I'm using, and the ties that bind. So that's how you get through this one. Be patient. See the zealot? You don't need okay. You're going to have a chance to recoup back here. And again, if you're dying, don't die back here because you're going to waste all this time crawling out. Okay? If you know you're going to die, run out here and stop blasting away and get to the weakest one you can find, because that's going to be your second life. Okay? And that's it. The one thing to be cautious of back here is the anointed. They will beam back here and they will try to wreck you. So watch out for them. If the anointed comes, get out of there, run down the stairs, run down here. Okay? He'll beam after you. Do a quick return. Come back. Okay? That's got to be a zealot. Zealot's hit you no matter what. Okay? So that's where you hide here. Now, let's go to the Cistern of Slaughter, which is the last one. And I believe the first one you find. And as far as I'm concerned, the easiest of them, simply because it's just dinosaurs and bugs. Doesn't mean you can't die, because you can, and you will if you take it for granted. But that's located on Promethea, the Cistern of Slaughter. Again, it will be fast travel available once you've found it. If you haven't found it, it's at the Meridian Metroplex. You go there, and it's right here. Okay, that's the Cistern of Slaughter. You start the zone here, so it's not far. But like I said, once you've found it, it's fast travel available. So go there. Again, this one is all animals. Where you're gonna hide is it's as far as I'm concerned, the best hiding spot on the map. But you're not gonna be totally safe. So you need to be aware of what's behind you. It's typically the smaller stuff sneaks behind you, and the flying stuff like the racks. You're protected from their dive bombing back here, but the elementals can still get you with their range shots. So just be aware of that. Okay, so
You look nice and crunchy today, and just in time, because my block is feeling feisty. Let's do this!
okay.
It's time for another fucking slaughter!
Tom Torque.
Yeah!
I'm gonna call him Tom Torque. All right, so like all of the slaughter stuff, you fill your ammo before you go out, and then fill it at the end of each round. Not the wave, because you're just going to need to survive the waves. But at the end of each round, come back up, refill your ammo. Don't bother with the crates that appear, and try to piecemeal yourself together full ammo. There's no need for it. Okay. Use this. Run over here. Okay. Behind that crate is our hiding spot. This is our hiding spot, right back here in this corner. All right. Now the little guys, they're gonna come behind you. You gotta watch out for them. They're not impervious back here, and range shots will hit you, especially the elemental stuff. Okay, but this is where you're gonna hide. You're just gonna get through your wave after wave. Be aware that you have good line of sight up here. You're protected in the corner for the most part. And the big things will not come and get you. Back there. They can't. Okay? Down you go. Rinse and repeat. Now, there are crates around there if you really need to scavenge. You're going to kill most of your enemies right out here. So you're going to have some drops there, too, which you can go out at the end of the rounds and kind of get some quick, you know, once in a while you'll get a grenade that drops there. Something like that. So you can do that. Here comes the racks. Oh, little stag. All right. See, the little guys will come, so you've got to be aware of them. Those bigger red squares are the flying things. See them up there? If you have the MERVs, the hex grenade, they're the most amazing grenade ever made. The flying one. Okay? There you go. You don't have to worry about them anymore. Right? And that's it. You're going to do this over and over and over. Just be aware. You want to make sure that when you get a lot of the big guys out here and they start spamming with area effect stuff, move back a little bit and protect yourself, or else you're going to find yourself just dead or second life in it. If you are trying to get a second wind and you know you're going to die, just throw out a MERV, throw out a grenade, hope for the best, because typically that's going to get you your second wind. Whereas gun damage, these guys move so quickly that you're not guaranteed. You know, they know when you're dying and when you want to come back to life, so they'll move. They'll get out of your way so you can't find them. I appreciate it. I think it's smart AI. It can be annoying when you're trying to live, but that's how you do it. That's where you hide. So that's the three places, my 3 places to hide on the 3 maps, on the slaughter maps, to make sure you live. Okay? Well, happy hunting, everyone, and let me know if you have any comments.